Hey there. Thanks so much for joining me today. Yes, this is another yoga inspired workout for our arms and shoulders. This is going to be a tough practice. I love to use my upper body. This has not always been the case. I used to dread all things push-ups, all things chaturanga, all things using my upper body. Please know that the more we work these, the easier and the lighter we become. So we're going to start in all fours position, get our wrists and our spines nice and warmed up. So go ahead and come and find your most beautiful all fours. So we want our hips over our knees and our shoulders over our wrist. So we're going to start with the wrist, I want to say wrist warm up, with our wrist warm ups. So in just our normal all fours position, we're going to take circles to the right. So just circles. We'll take 3 of them. Okay, and now let's reverse it and go left. Filling all into the wrist and the fingers. Beautiful. Now let's take our fingers and point them towards the outside edges of our mat. And we're going to do the circles again. So 3 going towards the right. And then we reverse the circle and we go to the left. This is my favorite way to warm up my wrist. Okay, now go ahead and point your fingers towards you. And yeah, as awkward as this is, we're going to take the circles here too. So 3 to the right. This is going to feel way different. And then reverse it, 3 to the left. Wonderful. If you can, go ahead and place your hands with your palms facing up. Slight pressure. If you're good here and this feels good to you, try to close your hands. Yeah, get that stretch going even more. Beautiful. Release and sit back onto your heels. Interlace those fingers and roll. This is going to feel a little funny and roll it the other way just because we just got off of having all that pressure on our wrists. So this is a great way to shake it out. Okay? So if your wrists start hurting during any of these exercises, sit back on your heels, interlace those hands, and roll the wrist. You can shake too. This is a little more aggressive. Rolling is not as aggressive, but it still gets the hurt out. Okay, so let's go back into all fours. We're going to thread the needle, loosen up our shoulders here for a second. So right arm sweeps up towards the sky, and we're going to thread it through the left, putting pressure on that right shoulder. So just breathe here for a second. And sweep that arm up towards the sky and plant it back down. Okay, and then sweep the left one up and thread through the right and lay on that left shoulder. Such a nice shoulder stretch before we get started on and all that arm back up towards the sky and place it back down. Okay, so our first workout. So the way I'm going to do this is I'll show you and then we'll do them. So our first one is plank position, and then we're bringing our knee. We're going to bring it to our elbow and our wrist back to plank, and then we're going to do the left side. Elbow, wrist, back to plank. That's 1. We're going to do 10 of them. So it's only 5 on each side, okay? So we got this slow and controlled movement. So we start in plank. And right knee, right elbow, right wrist, back to plank. Left knee, left elbow, left wrist, back to plank. That's 1. 2, right knee, right elbow, right wrist, back. Left elbow, wrist, back. 3, right, left, that's 4. Right, left, that's 5. Right, left, 6. Right, left, 7. You can push back to down dog if you'd like. Right, left, 8. Right, left, that's 9. Right, and left, 10. Beautiful. Sit back, and let's do the wrist roll here. One way and then the other. You're really going to feel that, or you should. Beautiful. We do that a lot in yoga. We don't normally do it, back and forth in repetition, but we do that a whole lot. Next one is lunge jumps. I found these through Katie. She does like a HIIT exercises. So these are fun. We are in a plank and we literally kind of jump into a lunge and then jump back. Both sides. So I don't want it to be, I don't want you to be dumping. I want you to practice your control here, okay? So we're in plank and we're jumping our leg up. I'm not collapsed. I'm not dumped. I'm trying to hold my weight up and bring this foot up. Just like we're about to come down into a lizard. But we're not. We're stepping back and doing the other side. Okay. So let's do right, left. That's 1. We're doing 10 of these. Right, left. 2. Right, left. 3. Right, left. 4. Right, left. 5. Right, left. 6. Right, left. 7. Right, left. 8. Right, left. That's 9. One more. Right, left. Sit back on the heels. Beautiful. Way to go. Not the easiest things to do. Nonetheless, they work our upper body. And I just realized I don't have a hair tie. It's okay. So, we're going to come into a down dog now. So plant those hands, tuck those feet, and push those hips up. Go ahead and walk your dog out here. We didn't get our bodies warm, but I bet your body's warm now. So the next thing we're going to do is 3-leg dog. And we're going to circle our leg 10 times. So I'm going to plant the left down and sweep your right up. Now you can bend this knee or you can keep it straight, whichever. We're doing circles. So you're going to do 5 towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now reverse it. 5 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Release. You can come back on your heels if you want. Otherwise, we're going to move over to the other side. So sweep that left leg up. Same thing, 5 one way, 5 the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Sit back. I know you felt those in your glutes too. It's okay. Full body power is what we're after. Anyways. The next thing we're going to do is everyone's favorite, dolphin push-ups. We're going from down dog into dolphin. Not dolphin push-ups. We'll do those next. So the first thing we're going to do is down dog. And then we're coming down to dolphin for 1. Okay? So, if you have to do one arm at a time, please do one arm at a time. It might take you a little longer, but no worries. We rest after. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Go ahead and stay in your dolphin. If you want to walk your hands closer together, go ahead. Take you some nice deep breaths here. Pushing through the hands and the forearms and the shoulder. Let's go for some dolphin push-ups. So we're in dolphin. You can make a triangle out of your fingers. Put your nose in the triangle. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, you got this. 9. One more. 10. Beautiful. Push back. Down dog. Come onto your knees. Sit back on your heels. We're not done yet, but that was good. Let's go ahead and take child's pose for just a minute. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. Sweating is not my thing. I'm just not a fan of sweating. So, breaks make this a yoga inspired workout, not just a workout, because I don't like workouts. Okay, so now we're going to do side holds. I know. Okay, so come into plank. And go ahead and shift over to the left side. Feet can be however you want them, okay? If side plank is hard, drop that left knee down. This is still difficult on your shoulder. That's what we're going for. We're not necessarily working our core and our whole body. Focus on the shoulders. So, if you have to put your left leg down to work this shoulder, please work the shoulder. If you are here and you're saying, okay, I want more, let's do tree. And let's just hold this for a second. Get comfortable wherever you are. Remembering to breathe, we're not holding here. Squeezing them glutes. Engaging the core. Playing with the balance. Okay, let's come through plank and just go right on over to the right. You have the same options here. If you need to drop that right leg, please work the shoulder. And breathe. Play with the balance. Back through plank. Now we're going to do the forearm side plank. So go ahead and come down to your forearm. Over to the left. Hip dips. 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Right side. Here we go with our hip dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Come through plank. Lower down to chaturanga. See how this feels. Push up into our upward facing dog. Meet me back in a downward dog. This just feels so good. Beautiful. And come forward and do your plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Take your arms out in T. Use the leg to kick over towards the left. So we're stretching on this left shoulder now. Wonderful job. Come through center. And then kick over towards the right. Deep breaths. Letting it come back to its natural rhythm. And roll through center. Interlace your hands behind your back. And pull those shoulders together. It might lift you up a little bit. Excellent shoulder stretch. And release. Hands down in your head and rest your forehead on your hands. Wonderful. I hope you feel that fire all in your shoulders right now. They are saying thank you. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. I appreciate it more than I can express. I hope this was exactly what you needed for today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.